around March, April, early spring, we ran the first pilot of a connection council. So the background here, my background is in product research and product visioning. So I've spent the majority of my career helping organizations map out a long-term vision for their products based on insights. The past year was a really interesting year where I was hearing from a bunch of women, many of these women mid-career, they describe it as mid-career or late career, hearing about the visioning work, but also talking with me and saying, you know what, I'm trying to figure out what's next. The idea in the early spring was, how do we take these visioning techniques and methods, but bring it to a new audience? So not planning out a long-term vision for your product. Instead, if you're mid-career or late career and trying to figure out what's next in career and life, how do we apply these visioning techniques to help women decide what's next? That was the plan and objective from the first council, the pilot we ran. Mary and Diana were part of this group. We also had 3 other women, so it's 6 total women, in a group cohort for 8 weeks, where the end goal for the program was to help all of these women and guide them through a visioning process and design thinking process to map out what the next stage of their career would be. The way it worked, the first couple of weeks, we mapped out what our objectives were, what areas of our life did we want to address. So some of the women in the group wanted to think about their next job stage. Others were thinking about how do they improve their health during this midlife stage. There were other women who were talking about, I'd like to find more fun in my life. The starting point was identifying what we wanted to achieve from the 8 weeks and where we wanted to transition and what our focus was. We started there. And then we moved on to talk a bit more about figuring out what has our past experience been and current experience, and what about our experiences to date have worked well for us? What were our strengths? Where were areas that we wanted to cultivate more? We went through some exercises to figure out our life up to that point. Then each of the ladies went through a visioning exercise to start mapping out what their long-term life and career vision would be. And we shared that with each other, very much like what you'd see in a design thinking, design ideation workshop. We went through that process. And by the end, I'll ask you, Diana and Mary, where you think we got to. I'd say the pilot council members really got to the point where their thinking had shifted in terms of where they may go next. So that was, in a nutshell, the 8-week process at a very high level.